What up, my sippers and stoners? It's Miana DK checking in once again. And
It's just me and my disciples. Talking to God while we smoke dope.
what up, my sippers and stoners? It's Miana DK checking in once again. And I'm here with a review for the latest episode of 60 Days In. So we are season 6. We are episode 2 now, okay? And like I said, I love this show. But before I get into it, let me go ahead and have you hit that like button if you enjoy it. I want you to comment. Let me know if there's anything that I missed or anything that you would add. And most of all, subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you'll know every time I'm coming to you with a new video, whether it's a review or any one of the other things that happen on this channel, okay? Okay, so let's get into it. So it starts the episode with giving us a little bit of history on the new sheriff that's in town and giving us a little bit into what happened, a look into what happened last week, right? Okay, so I'm just going to jump around a little bit about the episode, but let's start with Ashley, okay? Ashley is having a hard go of it. Ashley thought she was going to come in here and it wasn't going to be no problems, but listen, nah. They are showing Ashley a few things, okay? So the first thing is, Ashley ain't got no panties. Ashley ain't got no bra. When Ashley checked in, I guess they were supposed to give her panties and a bra because you can't, like, okay, she didn't keep her bra because she thought it would be contraband, right? And she thought that they would give her one. So she got rid of her bra and her panties, and she put on whatever they gave her, thinking that they were going to be giving her another pair of panties and a bra soon. But it's been a few days, and she don't have no panties, right? So she's looking at the sheets on the bunk, and she's noticing that the sheets are kind of ripped and tattered. And what it seems like is they were taking the sheets, ripping them, and using them for their monthly. So when they menstruate or whatever, because apparently they're not handing out no pads in there or no panties. So they've been using the sheets. And it turns out Ashley is laying up under a nasty ass sheet that's been washed, but hella blood stains. So she decides to rip it, right? And she makes like a little makeshift bra, ties it in the back. Now she got something to hold her boobies, which is great, but she still don't have no panties. So then the CO comes by. CO is like, give me your laundry so I can go wash it. I'm collecting the laundry. And she's like, yeah, but I don't have anything else. And the CO is like, I'll be right back. You'll be okay. Just wait. CO leave her there asshole naked, right? You think the CO came back? So old girl is just sitting there asshole naked, no panties, no bra, no clothes. So luckily her celly was like, here, go ahead and take my shirt, and you can use this shirt. And then go ahead and take another shirt, and you got to use that as the panties to stick your legs through the arm part. And Ashley is like, what the fuck? But she does it anyway, right? And she's like, by this time she's all, on her soapbox and this is not okay and they don't care and yada, yada, yada. Almost like she didn't know that. But she a cop, so we know that she knew. You know what I'm saying? But, whatever. So, she puts on the t-shirt, top and bottom. Meanwhile, the CO downstairs eating her lunch. CO is like, I get to it when I get to it. And that's pretty much, what it is. So Ashley's having a go at it. She's having a really hard go at it, actually. So, that's what's going on with Sister Ashley. Now, actually, Jacob I'm not going to spend too much time on because Jacob had a few things going on, okay? And I'll be honest with you, like, I don't got no sympathy for Jacob. And I'm going to tell you why. The show starts with Jacob giving the distress sign. Like, oh, he like, nah, get me the fuck out of here. I got to go, right? So they pull Jacob in the thing, and he's like, I just can't do it. My anxiety is high. I can't breathe. It's too many people. Yada, 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 right? He's like, I want out. My boy never even made it in. And he was like, I'm out of here, right? So, they take him home, right? He starts crying. in the car. He talking about he hate himself because he quit. So then they give him the opportunity to call his wife, and the wife is like, well, can you go back? You can tell the first thing she thought was like, the fuck? No, you didn't quit. Can you go back? But apparently he's not going back. And she's like, if you couldn't do it, you couldn't do it. And he's like, it's just my anxiety and all this other kind of shit, right? But my question is, as a CO, how do you treat the inmates who got anxiety? Because you're not the only person in the world that have anxiety or that don't like small spaces or whatever the fuck, a lot of people or whatever. So what about the people, the innocent people that get put in jail that have anxiety, just like you, but they didn't do it? But you treating them like shit, just like a regular ass inmate. So no, I don't have no sympathy for Jacob. Jacob is a quitter. Jacob knew what he was signing up for because he's a CO. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't really feel nothing for Jacob. He's a quitter, in my opinion. And the reason why I can say that is because he's the one that signed up to do this show. See, I would never sign up to do this show. So then there's that. But he signed up to do the show. He's a CO. He know how jails work. He know how inmates work. He get there and he chickened out. That's what he did. Cry, bro. It's cool. You can cry. I would cry too if I quit. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I really have for Jacob. He can go home to his wife and his kids, and he can go back to bossing the inmates in his correctional facility because he's so much better than him. But he could not walk a mile in their shoes. Just saying. Hey, Jacob. So now we get to see Shanice being taken in, right? So on the way there, she's like watching videos of her puppy, and that's making her cry, and she's talking about all of the things that she does. She's an educator. She works with at-risk youth, and she says a lot of her students are either in the system or their family has been in the system or whatever. So I think she is probably one of the only ones that's doing this clearly from her heart, just a noble ass cause, right? So she's on her way there, and she's saying how, you know, she just wants to be able to relate and all of this stuff. And I mean, that's admirable, to be honest, you know. So she gets there, they go to, you know, cuff her up, and she's like, shit is getting real, right? So they take her to jail. She's going through the intake process, and she's like, man, yeah, this is real. Like, you know. So the thing about her is we find out that she has celiac, right? Celiac basically means you can't have any gluten. So grits, bread, things that are battered and fried, anything that has gluten, she can't have it. So she already ain't ate, right, in like a day or so. So she's super hungry, and for breakfast they serve chicken fingers and bread. She can't have none of it. No fruit, no vegetables, no nothing. So she's not eating still. You know she may. Now let me tell you something. When I am hungry, I am not the right person for another person to know. I am not okay when I'm hungry. Okay? But anyway, so she was hungry and she still hasn't eaten. So she's like, I don't know how I'm going to make it. She told the CO that, you know, she has celiac. The CO is like, well, do you have a note from your doctor saying that you have celiac? And she's like, well, no, because I've only been here for 2 weeks. I didn't expect to, you know, get taken into custody. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I really don't know what to tell you. Oh, so starve. Got it. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we gonna see how Shanice's journey is gonna be inside, because how she gonna make it if don't nobody, right? Okay. Girl, let's talk about Dennis. Okay, so a while back I said I ain't really care for Dennis. This was last week. I didn't care for Dennis. He was rubbing me the wrong way, and we gonna see what happens. This week I continue to say I don't care for Dennis, and he continues to rub me the wrong way, okay? So first thing about Dennis is he's like, you know, I'm going into this whole thing to set a standard and get respect and let folks know I ain't gonna be bullied in this month, right? Okay, so he gets in or whatever, and the first thing he did was go do some pull-ups while they're trying to get him to whatever cell he gonna go to. So you bringing attention to yourself by doing pull-ups. So the guard got to call you over there like, yo, don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? And you like, oh, and you like just talking and yakking and yakking and yakking, running off at the mouth. You don't even have a cell yet. So then they start, showing the interviews that they're doing with other guys where they're like, you know, if it's your first day, you a new guy, you don't know nobody, the best thing to do is just keep a low profile, you know, keep your head down, you know, mingle, you know, integrate into the background or some shit, but don't go doing the most. So this guy decides he gonna get started on a workout. So he starts running around the pod. He's doing laps, literally, around the pod, running. And all of the guys are like, man, who is this dude, right? So then he goes, like, I guess just outside of the main room, wherever they rec room is or something like that. He's doing pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, all of this shit, just bringing major attention to itself. And I'm still sitting here like, yo, who raised this dude? Who is this dude? Where does dude come from, yo? Like, he is just a headache and a half. And I don't know how he make it out without getting jumped. I'm just saying. Like, they're saying keep a low profile, and he's literally running around in front of all of the inmates, thinking that somehow maybe this is going to boost his cred inside or some shit. I don't really know, but I ain't feeling it. I'm still not feeling Dennis. Big Dot. And Buddy, good old buddy Matt. Okay, so Matt is pretty complicated to me. He, to me, represents the average person that might go in and do this, right? And when I say that, I mean, he represents a person that just seen this on TV and is a fan of the show and is like, oh my God, I want to do that, right? He's slowly learning that that is probably not the best position to take because shit is just getting very real for Matt. Now, he's saying his anxiety, he hasn't slept. He tried to give his background cover story to somebody, one of the old heads in the jail. I think they call him Boone or some shit. So Boone is like, you better get your story straight and you might want to start with your paperwork because I don't believe none of that. It's pretty much how Boone kind of came at him. Now he's scared because at least it's one old head in the jail that don't believe his story. And you know how quickly that shit can get around. And he thought he was doing it right and he's like, you know, it's just different when they right there. You know what I'm saying? So, he fucked up his story, and now he's worried, you know. He also mentioned again that they're never on lockdown. So there's never a time really where people are just sleeping, where it's just quiet or whatever. Everybody's doing whatever at all times of the night because, again, none of the doors lock. The locks don't work in the doors. So there is no lockdown. You can't put them on lockdown, right? So also, they were coming to bring supplies, right? And there was like a big ass bag of razors or some shit like that. A guy goes behind the security guard's desk and just grab a handful of razors and just take them out and take them to a cell. So now Matt is like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's not safe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, Matt is like, nah, this is some bullshit because I don't feel safe. He's like, now every time somebody walks behind you, you got to kind of look, you know, and all this show was like people passing like different contraband and weapons off to other people. He's like, it's not safe in here. Like, no, it's literally not safe in here. Like, literally, I don't want to do this. Literally, you know. So then, boom, he throws his right hand over his heart. He's sending up the distress signal. So, they take him in the back, right? He starts crying and shit. It's my anxiety. I can't do it. I feel unsafe. I don't know if they're going to get me, if they're not going to get me, yada, 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 right? So then I just start thinking about, like, what about the people, again, that are innocent in there? The people that can't get pulled from production to give a damn interview and cry. He got time to cry. What about the young kids, 18, 19 years old, going in jail for something that they didn't do? Or even if it's something that they did do, but it's a lower level crime, like a misdemeanor, like they stole some shit. You think they deserve to go to that? Hopefully, as a Marine, that's something that he's thinking about. Because you get to go back there and cry and let out your emotions, like these other ones not being able to do that. So now you saying you want to go, they're like, shit, are you out? Or, you understand what I'm saying? So they call the sheriff like, yo, this is the second one. And the sheriff is like, yo, y'all's picks is crap. No, your jail is crap. Your jail is horrible. It's one of the most horrible jails there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, it, you know, flips to next week. Next week it gets a little more interesting. We're gonna learn a little bit more about Alex and Jen because they haven't really spoken about Alex and Jen yet. And I'm kind of interested in Alex because, like I said, I think he gonna make it. I really do. I think that he gonna make it the entire 60 days. I used to say, okay, last week I said I thought that Jen and Shanice were gonna make it. Now I don't know about Shanice, but only because of the celiac disease, right? So if they can get her the type of food that she needs, then she'll make it. I believe she has the heart to do it. If they don't get her the type of food that she needs, she's not gonna make it. She's gonna have to leave. And then that's gonna be another thing, because how are you running a jail and you don't have no kind of nothing for people who have food allergies and stuff? You understand what I'm saying? Do you not get to have food allergies in jail or what? I don't know. Anywho's, that was it for this week's show, and I'll definitely be back next week for next week's show. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I'm Miana DK, and I'll see you next time. I love y'all, I swear I do. This is the ending of my video.